Square-headed and chubby-faced Russell woke up early in the morning and stood at the edge of his driveway in York, Pennsylvania. He waited with his mother beside him for the bus to take him to kindergarten. He cried. He came home and ran to the garage where his mother was waiting in the lawn chair with the dog next to her and the Bob the Builder balloon hanging off the armrest. He was home. He didn't want to leave it again. He always wanted things to remain the same, and he hated change. The next day, his mother told him everything would be okay, and that he would return at the same time. Waiting at the driveway again, he stopped. He cried again. Now, growing up, I always cried. All the time. Up until the 3rd grade, I was an absolute mess. The truth is, I was afraid of change, and all the repercussions from it as well. Even when I was told everything would be okay, I was in a constant state of panic, whether I had to leave the house for the whole day or not. One thing that comforted me was knowing that one day I would be a carpenter. Always following my dad around, I loved constructing things, and with my cardboard blocks in the living room, I would always build. Within a world of fear and change, the only thing I wanted more was to be an adult so that I could build houses. Fast forward a year and I moved to a new town. My siblings and I seemed to adjust well, but I ultimately found out I didn't. Sunday nights were the worst because before I would fall asleep, I would think about everyone being together that weekend, and now I had to go to school the next day. I would be upset and would even cry. In the 4th grade, things turned worse when I backtalked my teacher often and would protest events and was a snob. I hated the 4th grade. It was the lowest I ever was. In 6th grade, I tattletaled on someone hitting me, and all but 3 friends left me. I was awkward, I was lame, I was nothing. That's when I started to turn things around. After the 7th grade, I started to not care what people thought about me. I found my humor and sarcasm, and I could take it as well as I gave it. A big change from before. From there, I have slowly developed myself into the person I want to be. From little things such as being polite, to not talking back to people, and to accept myself and accept change more. In the 7th grade, if I was afraid of change, I would have been the most paranoid person in Pennsylvania. It's because of my life experiences and events that I caused myself. I was able to reflect and turn myself around into someone I wanted to be. It seems as though I did not manage my childhood as well as I could. Sure, I played around with kids on the playground and in my house, but as for my mental state, I would always wish that I was laying at home or that I would be older. I never enjoyed my childhood as others really did. I always dreamed that I was older. If I could go back, I would wish the events in 4th and 6th grade happened sooner. I wouldn't change those bad events because I came out stronger than I was before. Every day I think about who I was in the 4th grade. Embarrassed and upset with my actions, I keep it as a daily reminder that I have come a long way and there's more to come. Although I just summed up my journey and where and how I got to where I am, I do have a point in all that I say. Do not be afraid of change. Embrace it. People change and no one is safe from it. It's just the option of what you want to change. Do you want to live each day like it's your last and fill it with people and memories you want to keep around? That's a change I made. That's a change others can make too. I mean, look around the room. Look at how many faces you see. How many of these people were in your kindergarten class? Not a lot. People come from different backgrounds and we all develop and we meet and we develop different characters and we meet new people. School taught me a lot of things, but the most important thing I learned through my 14 years of public education, kindergarten and preschool included, is that I learned who Russell Graves really wants to be.